Hey chat, how we doing today? I am cooking alive in this bedroom. I'm gonna be real with you, chat. It's like 35 degrees in here. It's probably like 80% humidity, and I am just cooking, and not in the good way either. So, going on from last stream, we're going to be continuing on with the Spyro 3 playthrough. I'll just quickly get rid of that and make sure the desktop audio is muted, otherwise it's just gonna start playing through both channels and it's gonna be weird for everyone. Now I am pretty sure I fixed the audio this time. So everything should be on channel 6. I'm going to put everything on channel 1 as well, just in case, but I'm pretty sure everything on channel 6 should be functioning now. I have no idea why my OBS reset it to 1, which is my main microphone area, but who knows. I'm still trying to work out the kinks of playing stuff on Linux. Is my controller working? Should be. I mean, it says it's on. Oh, it's the memory card port again. No? Alright. Okay, so last stream, I think I just finished Enchanted Towers, if I'm not mistaken. Just quickly check that once this thing loads. And we've got... Okay, yeah, so we FC'd Enchanted Towers, Sergeant Bird's Base. I think next up's probably going to be Icy Peak. Because I like to do them in order from when I first enter the level, for the exception of anything that is a character unlock, or just levels I find particularly favourable, like Enchanted Towers. Right. Also, I changed the audio again. Like, I've raised the audio of my own headset.
I was supposed to be.
Here's hello, Bob. This man is such a bad shot because, like, look at this. He's been shooting all over the place, right? And all he had to do was just lower the cannon slightly. Like, are we being for real here, sir? Like, come on, man. Also, I love the fact that you can shoot them with an entire cannon, and the general consensus is just, ooh, owie. And it's like not even a severe reaction either. Anyway, as I was saying, I changed up the audio on my headset to be louder so I could more accurately gauge how loud the audio would be on your guys' end. So if I've made a mistake in the audio, just let me know. Alright, time to take some pot shots and some birds. Start moving. About there. Got him. I found the easiest way to deal with these guys is just to put your cannon into a position and then just start firing. They eventually fly into it. They're on a set path after all. Alright, is there any more birds in this area? I think it was only the 2, right? Yeah, I think it's only the 2. Did I hit the whirlwind? Yes, I did. Cool. So, Icy Peak, I don't think there's any glitches, at least not in the original version of this game. I know... Hey Stinky Cheese, how you doing? Thanks for the raid. I was just about to explain that Icy Peak, while it doesn't have any glitches in the original game, it actually does have a funny little glitch in the Reignited trilogy. Apparently, if you break the ice before the bomb weasels get to you in the closed-in area, they just float in the middle of the air still trying to kill you. I wish there was I have a video of that on my, I believe it's my PS4 has that video. If I can find some way to get it off there, I would definitely show you guys. I'm doing well, I hope you're doing well too. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I mean, beyond the fact that it's boring in here, but such is the life of some people live streams, I suppose. You can't have... You either choose one of two things. You either have a good quality audio, or you have the windows open. You cannot have both. So yeah, in this section you can glide over and then head bash that ice. But in the Reignited trilogy, it actually just straight up breaks. I don't think it does in this version. Yeah, because they don't aggro when you're in the water. They do. I don't know why Toys for Bob made it like that, but sometimes things happen. Sometimes those things are really funny, but you know, it's still a glitch that wasn't in the original game. Icy Peak. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no glitches in here. Because I don't think the Zoe swim in air starts until you get to Dynamite. At least I think that's the only one in this game. I know there's a lot of them in Spyro too. I think there's literally one in the first homeworld. Oh, I forgot. Well, I hate to raid and leave, but I have some stuff I need to do. I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you. I don't mind whatsoever. You just go and do what you need to. Also, that's a thing that can happen. If you get shot on the ice, it just throws you back. I didn't even know that was a thing. Joys of getting distracted by chat, I guess. You find out something new. But yeah, no worries, Sneaky Cheese. You have a good one. I love how there is only one instance in this, maybe two in this level, where you can hear the fall noise from the large guards. Because like in most of the other areas you either have a couple or you don't have any at all. This one, I believe it's only the one guard that makes that noise. Sometimes he doesn't even make it at all, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, he didn't make it that time. Sometimes he makes the falling noise, sometimes he doesn't. And I don't know what the deciding factor for that is. It's so strange. One of these days I'd really much like to dissect one of these games and just see how the internals work, but unfortunately I am not smart enough to understand how code relates to gameplay. Also, I can't believe I got hit multiple times in this level so far. I think the most I ever take damage is on the thief section, where I just run myself off of ledges by accident. But I mean, hey, that happens to everyone, right? Like, it's not just me. Okay, you jerk. Okay, I'm just trying to think. This is the World 2 Sparks level, so do I get Gem Track in this, or do I get it in, I don't think I get it in 4. I think 4 is Teleport. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Sparks 2 is going to be the ability to track gems. In which case it'll make my life considerably easier, because apparently, even after playing this game for so long, I still don't remember where everything is. Also, something I appreciate about this game, most of the time, if you don't look at an enemy, it won't aggro you. I know that's the case for a lot of the older games, but there are just some games where it doesn't, and it's so disconcerting every time it happens. Alright, oh. Well, here's his fall noise, but I didn't hear the large guy, so unfortunate. Also, what are these names? Maynard? Really? Also, I forgot to shoot down this chunk of ice and this bird. Okay, where is it? Yeah, I found the easiest way to kill those birds is to find out where they turn and then just pick a point, start shooting, because they will turn and fly directly towards the cannon fire. Without fail, every time. And that's relevant because, especially in, like, this level is fine, but when you get to things like Lost Fleet where the cannonballs actually have physics, you do sort of need every little bit of help you can get. Also, I forgot that the glide area for that is considerably different. I think it's further into the level, if I'm not mistaken. I say as though I haven't played the reignited version of this like 2 weeks ago. yeah, the snowball launchers definitely don't aggro when you look away from them. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming a lot lately. I've sort of been trying to moderate Cdang's Roblox live streams. Yeah, that's the one guy in the level who makes the falling noise, and that's about it. I've been moderating Cdang's live streams, and it's been so weird in terms of scheduling that I've just not been able to stream. How in the heck did I manage to fall off? Like, I should not have fallen from that. How am I this bad at this game? But yeah, there was a lot of scheduling things, like there are days where there were streams, days where there weren't streams, days where I was expecting streams and there weren't streams, and days where I was not expecting streams and uh-oh, here's stream. But at least now I have a consistent answer as to what its schedule is. Alright, let's try not to gaff this jump again. I believe... Okay, if I'm doing this for like 3 hours, I should probably at the very least be able to finish Evening Lake. Provided I don't make any more stupid mistakes like I have been doing. Okay, the worst, well, the second worst minigame in this game is coming up, and that would be the ice skating minigame. It's really obnoxious, personally. I mean, obviously the worst minigame has got to be the Yeti boxing, especially if you're going for skill point. But, yeah, this... As far as I can tell, this is the second worst minigame. So I'm glad that they put it so early that I don't have to dread it later on.
Step right up.
Yep, hello Moneybags. Culture sort of dragon? I wouldn't say that much. Alright. Time to become a professional ice skater. Also, this music just annoys the hell out of me.
And these
Yeah, hello, Nancy. Okay, pardon me for a second, chat, while I lock the fuck out. Oh, you jerk. Oh yeah, of course you lot would laugh, huh?
That's okay.
Also, I love the fact that she says it doesn't hurt as much as it looks. Ma'am, I've been hit by multiple hockey sticks before. I can tell you that shit hurts. Like, it really does hurt. This woman is a liar. Honestly, screw that minigame. It sucks. Honestly, I'm glad that the judge throws the egg at her because that was very much deserved for this garbage ass minigame. Also, what kind of name is Cerny? Alright, I'm out of here. Heck this minigame. Not dealing with that again. I'm so glad there is no achievement attached to that specific minigame, because that would just be two really bad minigames that I have to deal with on a continuous basis. Alright, so that's the access for the other hidden path, and now... Oh, actually hidden. I wasn't expecting to. Alright. I believe there is an egg around here, right? If I'm not mistaken. No, not there. Further up, maybe? I know at the very least I've still got the... Did I set fire to the rocket before I came up here? I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, good, I did. The last time I played this level, I forgot to put the rocket on, and I had to go back, do the rocket, and then go all the way back around. Oh, I was so annoyed. Alright, I believe it's thief time, right? Like, I've just got the egg at the end of the level, and now I've got the two from the secret area. At least the secret area thieves are really easy, because you can just get one that's standing still at the very start and then just go for the other one. And I don't think the path for the initial thief, which is the red one, changes when you kill the yellow thief while it's still on the platform. Hello, Doug. You being a jerkwad to your friend who literally cannot aim is kind of a dick move. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right away.
Yeah, the gondola. But yeah, like, this man surely would know that his friend cannot aim a cannon. So what does he do? He puts a great big block of ice in the way so his friend can't get to the fishing hole. Like, first of all, that's just a jerk move in general, making fun of somebody who can't aim for shit. But second of all, you're interrupting a man's ability to fish. What the hell is wrong with you? Okay, I got the colors swapped around. But the yellow one doesn't change its path once you kill the other one. Alright, so where is the... Yeah. Also, this is a skill point. Okay, there's Scout, got the skill point. And now I just need to chase this one down. At least this one isn't nearly as annoying as the one in Magma Crater. Because you're not dealing with tight turning obstacles. This one is more sweeping motions. And the red thief actually changes its path every rotation, so at one point it'll go down one side and another point will go down the other. Although it seems to be doing that now, so that's a bit rude. Alright, just keep chasing it down. It's gonna die eventually. Unfortunately, this is one of those ones you can't flame either. Got him. Alright, that's Betty. Also, I keep knocking my hands into the desk, that's not great. And then I wonder where all the bruises in my knuckles come from. It's because I keep smacking my hands into the desk. Now where is... I know it's here somewhere. There is a section where I have to fly into. Ah, there it is. I am so glad you can't lose lives in this area because that's embarrassing as hell. At least I'm pretty sure you can't lose lives in this area. Oh yeah, I've also got to pick up those gems. Hard left. And of course I missed the chest. I think it's one of those ones where I could literally just run across this horizontal section here and just hit it. Easy enough. Now. That's not the right, it's the next one over. Yeah. Oh, that's easy enough. I can just jump from there and glide over. I forget that this thing. I always go for the higher up edge. I don't know why. It's silly of me, to be honest. Okay, so I think there's anything. Yes, it is. Alright, that is another level down. Just make a quick exit. I mean, I could just exit the level via the menu, but I don't know why I don't, actually. Why don't I do that? It makes things so much faster because I don't have to walk all the way to the portal just to get out. Doesn't really matter because I've already gotten everything in there. Okay, so what's next? Spooky Swamp, I believe, is the next one chronologically. I believe that's also the third annoying minigame of this game, is the bomb minigame, although I suppose some people do enjoy it. I mean, like, I can see why. It is a challenging minigame, and it's not obnoxiously unfair, but at the same time, I just don't enjoy playing it. I can never remember where the little fireflies go. Because, like, the first one's easily marked out, right? Like, it just follows the path. The second one doesn't do that. Oh yeah, this is the haiku level too. So every character, including Moneybag, speaks in haikus.
That was mean. I thought I was a gunner. Thanks for saving me.
I don't know what the significance is of them all speaking in haiku, but fair enough, I guess. Also, there's a really easy Moneybag skip in this level, and I'm tempted to do it just to be funny. I mean, like, I'd still pay Moneybags, but I just, for once, wanted to just give them a small little middle finger, you know? Also, these guys shoot at their fellow... I say fellow enemies, like their fellow teammates, I guess is more accurate. Like, it's kind of a jerk thing to do, like, why are the Rhinox bullying the crocodiles? And the other one. I'm just, like, thinking about all the times I've played this game, and basically every time for, like, the past 5 years, it's all just been stress playthroughs of this game. Because, like, you have a comfort game, right? And this one just so happens to be that game for me. But my god, is it difficult to play on stream while I'm also trying to check chat at the same time. And why am I on this side? Come on, you know how these things work. And those two. Now the key for this one, I believe, is up in the treetops. I don't know who decided it was a good idea to have this type of level, like the design of this level, because it feels different from what you would expect from World 2, because like World 2 is like all like bright colors and like mystical themes. Like, if anything, I was gonna say, like, this level should have been in Midnight Mountain. Like, not necessarily difficulty-wise, but just, like, thematics-wise. This should have been in Midnight Mountain. Because I feel like it fits in with the theme just a little bit better. Also, I gotta make sure I hit all those piranha signs, otherwise I will not be able to get the skill point here. Oh, my favorite part about Moneybags in this level is that he actually references his appearance here later on in the game when you're absolutely just dog walking his ass. Like, you're destroying this man. And he's like, nah, I'm out. I'm gonna, like, live here for the rest of my life. And it's relevant because he says he hates speaking in haiku. Now, just quickly see him. So, great big door there, right? Can't get past it. Moneybags charge you, I think it's like 400 or something like that in order to get past. What you can do is you can go here. I'm gonna restore my health for this. So you can go to this specific tunnel here, right? So the piranhas in the water, they sort of like swim up to you. They will start depleting your health, but you can just skip past Moneybags entirely. You do not have to pay him in this level. So, lol, Lamau even. Get good, Moneybags. I mean, I am going to go back and pay him because I find the payoff later on in the game of just destroying him and getting every single gem back just far more satisfying than screwing him over. So, I'll be getting back in a moment. Get shiny. Thelonious. I always felt this one was just a bit odd. Like, there's a lot of odd names for baby dragons in this game. Thelonious, I think, is just the weirdest one for me. Like, it's so weirdly specific. Like, there's a lot of generic ones like Vanessa and Frank and that sort of thing, but why Thelonious? Like, I feel as though I should know the name Thelonious, and it does ring a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it before. Oh crap. And I kind of messed myself up there. Whoopsies. Also, I love the fact that the piranhas are attacking you, but inevitably, you just drown. Like, they don't kill you, the water does, for some reason. Alright, so that's the unlock for this part of the level, which is just a mini-boss fight. The easiest mini-boss in this entire game. Like, it's legitimately easier than pretty much all of the other challenges. Because you can avoid pretty much every attack by just standing still for the most part. You still have to charge the bombs back at him, but you don't have to do really anything additional. Also, isn't this the area with the key? There's Frank, by the way. That's why I used Frank as an example, because I knew he was coming up. Ah, there's the key. It's over there. Which is the easiest way to get to that? Also, I just realized I have to break all these signs again because I died. So, whoops. Just backtrack through the level to get back to that one chest. Breaking all these all the way through. Also, that just means that I get my life back that I lost by stupidly walking into that pit of water. I wonder how different Spooky Swamp would have been. Instead of the piranhas being in the water, you could swim in here. Like, I feel as though that would make for some rather interesting gameplay, you know? Because you could have like a dark water level where you have to like find some way to light underwater torches or something like that. Like, that could be a really interesting, like, even not so much for a Kaizo, but for like a modded level. That could be a rather interesting concept to explore. Heck, you could even probably make the piranhas actual enemies that you have to kill in order to progress. Or even like, I know this isn't a Spyro thing necessarily, I'm more picking this up from Sly 4. There's like things in the game you can use to distract obstacles. So like, I believe in Sly 4 it was using specific flowers to attract bees so they don't sting you and block your progress. You could probably do something similar with the piranhas in Spyro 3 if you ever made a mod of that level.
This door is...
Best of all, I can stop speaking haiku. What a sweet relief. Yeah, he just goes back to speaking haiku at the end of the game. So, skill issue on your part, I guess. For not appreciating haiku in the first place. Alright. So, I'm just gonna break this last sign. Yep, there it is. Alright, easiest mini-boss in probably even gaming history. So, like, you barely have to do anything with this guy. So I'm just gonna stand all the way back here and just absolutely demolish this guy. Like, I don't even have to move around half the arena. This is all he does, by the way. He just summons these crocodiles, and then he throws a bomb, which you hit back at him. I know there is, I believe there's a speedrun strat where you can hit the bomb just as he's doing that attack, and you can just skip it entirely. He just goes straight to the bomb. I might try it if I can. Okay, I didn't quite get it. That's fine. He wasn't even close to doing so. I wonder if there's like a specific way to do that. Bomb charge where it actually does hit him when he summons stuff. Also, Herbie, I always make the joke about the car. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm probably too old to be streaming. But yeah, Herbie is in the car. Like, I wasn't funny back then, and I'm not funny now, that's for sure.
This swamp.
And when I said every character in this level speaks haiku, that includes Sheila as well. I think Spyro doesn't speak in this game, as far as I know, outside of cutscenes. But if he could speak, he would be speaking in haiku in this level. I wonder if this level is cursed with every person who is here, every person who has ever been here or visits here, just gets cursed to speak in haiku until they leave. Like, is that what's going on here, or is this like a thematic choice for everyone? Everyone just like sees this location and like, you know what, this is the greatest place in the world to practice haiku. Because if one of those, like, if it's cursed, like, that brings up so many questions. Who cursed it? Who cursed the location? Why? If they didn't, and this is just everyone saying, oh yeah, we'll all just speak haiku while we're here. Who decided on this and why? Like, is there anyone stopping them from just speaking normally? I have so many questions and none of them are answerable, I think. And like, if I ever manage to find an original developer and ask them about this, I do wonder what the response would be. Okay, so I'm strong enough to admit this, chat. When I was younger, probably like when I was about, so from when I first started playing this game, which I probably would have been about 7 at the time, to probably when I was about 13 or 14, I could never 100% complete this game, and it was because of the gem in this specific level that's hidden behind a wall. And like, thinking back on it, it is a bit silly because you see the gem as soon as you walk on the level, right? And it's sitting behind a cage and you think, like, oh yeah, the gem is behind a cage. There's probably like something on the other side that allows me to access it, right? And like, for years I was just like, is there a glitch or something? Is there like some special button in this level that you hit in order to get it? So, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but I literally just walked past it. This wall specifically, no cracks, no indication. As far as everyone else is concerned, right? Like, you can look at that and be like, oh yeah, that's just a piece of level geometry. No, that's just a breakable wall. Why? That gem gave me so much grief when I was younger, because I could never figure out how to get to it. And that's a pretty hefty gem too. That's a 25er. If you weren't 100% completing this game like I do now, like, you wouldn't even think to, like, stop searching for a way to find it. Because there's a lot of cash, especially once Moneybags gets really into just stealing your cash. Like, that 25 could make a difference. But these days I'm a filthy cheater, so skill issue on the game's part, I guess. Definitely couldn't predict me, that's for sure. Now, there's no more gems in this part of the level. Could have sworn there was another 10. Oh well, I guess I was wrong.
We have the bombs here. We must destroy the egg cage. But we just go boom. Kangaroo can help. You can clear the path for us. Will Sheila help us?
I'm kind of forced to if I want to beat this game 117%, so come on, let's go. Okay, so yeah, this guy, he just follows the path. It's pretty easy. The stuff respawns or, like, goes back to its original position. But the timing for it's actually pretty decent, so. Also, fun little thing you can do with these mushrooms, right? If you get on the very edge of the mushroom, you can actually smash it down with your stomp, yeah, as you heard, multiple times. It doesn't do anything. As far as I know, the only thing that is affected by it is the tutorial mushroom that's off to the side. But yeah, you can just smash it down multiple times. Really, brother, you walk into the rock that's not even on the pathway. That's why I don't enjoy this minigame, because they sometimes just pull garbage like that. And like, once you know about it, you can just know to account for it next time, but the fact that it's even a forgettable part of the map is just kind of irritating, to be honest. But yeah, you can just like hit the edge of these, and I think it technically resets the timer every single time you hit it, but I'm not sure on that one. I'm pretty sure it resets the timer every single time you hit it. Okay, get rid of that. That's not going to respawn for a hot minute. Okay, smash that down. This one as well. So across there, and then just these last two here. Alright, that is egg 1, and egg 2 is kind of more annoying than this. Also, how long are the fuses on these bombs? Now that I think about it, like, you're doing this minigame for like a solid 3 minutes. How long are the fuses on these things? Like, quite frankly, they could have just found an alternative route. Also, this guy just goes wherever the hell he pleases. I never know where this guy's going. I'm pretty sure he doesn't go down there. So yeah, I think you have to hit all of these. Yeah, okay. As I said, this guy's kind of unpredictable. I'm never used to this guy's route at all. Like, if I was ever speedrunning this game for any reason, this would be the thing that screws me over. Like, if I was doing a run where, like, I was not doing 117 or something like that, like, this would be fine. I could just skip this. If I was doing a 117 run, though, I would probably just end the run right here. Wait, I hit the wrong one. Dang it, man. Come on, Caitlin, lock in. You know exactly how this minigame works. Stop embarrassing yourself. this one. All three of these rocks. I don't know if these respawn during the minigame, but I try not to break them too early just in case. Come on, Slowpoke. Don't have a week. Alright, that's that minigame done. I think this is like the third worst minigame for me, but like, as I said, this is a, for all intents and purposes, a fairly fair minigame. Alright, that's all 6 of those. Now, where's this last 10 gems at? I could have sworn I swept everything in this section, so maybe I left something in the main level. There's nothing at the start, right? Let's double check. I'm not seeing anything at the start. I must have missed something mid-level. Not entirely out of the question, just a little bit embarrassing. Oh. Really? I am that blind that I managed to miss that. Good lord, what is wrong with me? Well, on the bright side, at least I caught it. Could you imagine if I just sprinted straight past it a second time? That'd be embarrassing as hell. Okay, so if I was doing main levels, I would do Bamboo Terrace next. I'm actually going to do the Speedway first, because the Speedway in this one kind of sucks a little bit, and I'd just like to get it out of the way as soon as possible. Also, I just realized something. Also, I just realized somebody followed me and I never acknowledged them. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that there was a problem. Well, I was going to chill here for a bit, but since phone and service want to be shitty, I'm just say hello and hop out, lol. All good, Foxy. I mean, you can't really help garbage service and the phone just not wanting to function. Not a lot can be done there, I understand. Can't believe I missed that track with this one. I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, I'm just gonna restart that because that was just a bad run, quite frankly. I'm on break, it's my 15-minute break. I am flattered that you would use your 15-minute break to check in on me, Foxy. How are things going anyway? I understand that your work finally decided to not be absolute jerks about your paycheck. Also, I forgot that once you start sprinting in this level, you physically cannot stop. Actually, why am I doing it this way? I forgot that I can just straight up do it the other direction. And more often than not, that's easier for me. I think the reason why I don't do it is because the forwards route's usually more consistent. Okay, missed that, but that's fine. But I hope you have a nice stream. Thanks, Foxy. Appreciate it. Again, as I said, this Speedway, at least for me, just kind of sucks. Oh, crap. Is my stream... My stream's not dropping frames. I think Twitch is just being salty. What do you mean unstable? YouTube's not reporting any problems. Also, how did I hit that plane? Excuse me? I should not have been able to hit that. Jackpot. Time to dip. Bye. See you, Foxy. Enjoy the rest of your break. Man, I am screwing myself here, man. Alright, yes, I'm doing this in the opposite direction. Anyway, I'm saving that run. Six. Oh, got it. Okay, that was cutting a bit closer than I would have liked, but we got there in the end. Also, excuse me, chat, while I just open a window, because I'm boiling in here. Also, the implication that everyone on the farm is poor enough that they have to cobble together to buy me an egg is kind of concerning in a way, but also a little bit sad. Alright, race the biplanes. I could have done Hunter's mission first, but I'm not going to because that thing always makes me rage. Okay, I'm not going to waste my first shot on that guy, because I can always get past him. This is the first speedway where flying actually requires a little bit more strategy. I mean, like, you can always just use everything and you'll usually come out quite fine. But you can hit things right before they go through the speed ups, and most of the time you'd be able to stop them pretty easily. Also, if you're careful, unlike me, you can actually go through that specific star twice on each lap. You can get one at the start and then one just there. Okay, I am bad at this. How am I so bad? This is just an average cyclonic moment. I'm good at this game until I'm showing everyone else, in which case I just suck. Although, I feel like that's pretty international with most gamers. Also, I didn't go through that start, that's silly of me. Go straight for this. Okay, timing on this is a bit worse, but that's fine. Okay, I completely missed that. I should have fired it the second I about faced, but I didn't. That one is on me for not doing that. I missed that, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I can still catch up. Aim myself a little bit better. If you think my flying in this is bad, it is so much worse than the Reignited trilogy. Only because the controls are so dang floaty. Like, I'm not sure if anyone's ever played the Reignited trilogy, but the flying controls in that game are not nearly as nice as they are in this game. Not even by a long shot. Like, the controls in this are actually responsive, they're not in the Reignited trilogy. I wish somebody would make a mod that fixes them, because otherwise they just suck. I'm surprised nobody has made a mod. It's always like skin mods and that sort of thing. I know there's like a couple of level mods, and I wish the modding community for that game was a bit bigger. But for the time being, it's just not. Okay, second place, and I don't know where first is. That's not a good sign. I don't know why they rubber band so much in this game. But they really do. Like, the fact that the first place opponent is out of render distance is concerning, to say the least. Alright, the second I get a beat on this guy, I'm shooting. If I even get a beat on him in the first place. I very well not for the rest of the flight. Yeah, I think I've pretty much lost this match. I lost the match when I didn't hit the blue star of this, like, start of the match. But that's how brutal some of these flights can be. You sometimes don't even see your first place opponent. Like, you're that far behind. Or rather, they're that far ahead. Like, it sucks sometimes. I think it's also a problem in the other two later levels. Also, I need to hit those two at the start, otherwise I'm not winning this. So, in Honey Speedway and Harbour Speedway, like, this is also a major problem, right? Because you can't see the first place opponent, which means you can't hit them with any power-ups or anything like that. Okay. My flying is so unstable today. It's been embarrassing, actually. The idea is to hit them right before they go through a speed up. Also, brother, you think that's a good idea to be directly behind me? When I have a missile in my mouth, is for real. I don't know if I hit second place or not. I sincerely hope I did. Okay, it doesn't look like I did, that's fine. I can pretty easily catch up to second place like this. Okay, there's first place right there. And now that I've got him in my sights, I'm not going to let him leave my sights, if I can. Because the second he leaves my sights, this is over. But it seems like this guy is just not lucky today, huh? Unfortunate for you. So hitting both of those, like hitting the start in the middle of the race is usually the easiest way to finish this one. Just gotta make sure that I keep ahead if I can. Sometimes I like to fire the missiles at the guys behind me because it just adds insult to injury. Or rather, injury to insult in this case. Right. Also, yeah, I'm like a full 10 seconds at least earlier than I was last flight. Hey, Likely, how you doing? Also, I think I just collided the green plane. Alright, and yeah, this is comical, right? So, my best time was 51 seconds, right? Last round, you could not see first place. I was 50 seconds, I'm pretty sure I was like 5 seconds ahead of that guy, if I'm not mistaken. So, the rubber banding on this game is just truly egregious. Yeah, I am a pretty fancy flyer, Spugs, but you know who else is fancy at flying? The guys who apparently cheat. Also, Shemp's a funny reference to the first game. Alright, let's see. So, Hunter, I believe, is in this farmhouse over here. I don't enjoy this particular minigame, but it shouldn't take me too long to beat, hopefully.
Spyro, you're not gonna believe this, but there are sheep saucers and space cows all over this place. We gotta stop them before they abduct.
Also, I love how the main plot of these speedways is Spyro flying around and collecting stuff. The B plot of this is Hunter fighting off an alien invasion. Like, that's a thing. That's just the B plot of the speedways for some reason. Okay, so this section's fine. The annoying section comes when I start flying over open water. So roughly about here, I think, is when it starts getting annoying. Okay, I think that's all of them. Also, yeah, I have to hit the one on the left, otherwise he just immediately flies above you and you cannot hit it. Even though it goes all the way across the screen. I don't know who designed it like that, but that's kind of a jerk move to make. Right. So basically it's just you have to quick draw everything, because if you wait a second too long, they will just start abducting, shooting everything in sight, and you're sort of out of luck at that point. The second they do anything other than stand there or fly across your screen, you lose, essentially. I'm so glad the lasers don't have physics other than moving straight forward. It makes the leaping so much easier. Like, could you imagine this garbage had actual physics? I'd be absolutely livid. Alright, how many more? Is that all of them? No, it is not. Is that all of them? Yes, it is. Okay, cool.
We got the last one.
No, the last one was trying to kill a guy. Also, how does a dragon hatch and immediately have a bubble around it? Like, how does that happen? Like, are they trapped inside, like, the internals of the egg? Does a bubble automatically spawn? Like, I have so many questions about that one. Like, this isn't a Kangaskhan situation, right? Alright, bamboo terrace time. Another fun level with another fun glitch for me to exploit. So I don't have to backtrack. Okay, so we're immediately just gonna start killing them. Goodbye. And yes, hello neighbour who decided to honk their horn while I have my window open. Can I not stream in peace and not boil alive, please? Or rather, can I stream in peace and not boil alive? Also, I'm pretty sure this is the level where I first used the 99 lives cheat in this game. Like, I distinctly remember I was just like, I think I was having troubles with Bentley's section. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna use the infinite lives cheat for the first time. Kind of weird how memories work sometimes. Most of the time, mine just don't. My memories don't work. Can I jump this? I'm pretty sure I can jump this. Yeah. Also, yes, Dwight is a thing in Spyro 3, and he does look like a crying nerd. Okay, so I think the premise of this level is that you're trying to activate like an emergency escape bridge so everyone can escape from the Rhinox. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the plot of this is. I don't know why they wouldn't use the copious amounts of fireworks that the Rhinox are using to, you know, get rid of them, but hey, what do I know? This is a fireworks factory after all. Also, what is that range, my guy? That should not have connected. Alright, so this is going to be the funny number level. There's the Rhinoc, and I'm just going to send him straight to hell. Hey, at least he died in a beautiful way. I mean, he could have let go of the rocket at any time. Could have let go of that at any time, and he would have been fine. So, basically, whatever happened there was on him. Also, if his secret wall with multiple lives in there. I always found this to be, I wouldn't say cheating, but just a little bit unnecessary. Also, like, who puts the life bottles, like the life butterfly bottles around? Like, do the fairies do it? Do the Rhinox, like, capture the butterflies and then throw them into places hoping Spyro can't find them? Like, I want to know how that works. The more I play this game on stream, the more questions I have about how the world of dragons actually works. Because, I mean, like, from a game mechanic standpoint, it's just like a helpful thing to restore your lives. But from a world perspective, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Although, mind you, I'm about to not make a whole lot of sense in a second when I start glitching this world, but you know. I can at least question the stuff that's already here first before adding my own shenanigans into the mix. Also, there's the funny question mark bottles. I don't know how I feel about the question mark bottles, because on one hand, like, the mechanics of them are just fine, but on the other hand, like, having to chase a bottle around a level, and there's the security bridge, in order to get the last of the gems kinda sucks, to be honest. Also, haha, funny number. I find it weird that we live in a world where technically the funniest number possible is 68 plus or minus 1, apparently. Like, how does that even happen? Like, when is 68 going to be a funny number? Alright, I'm just gonna kill a guy that I didn't even know was there, apparently. I'm gonna quickly do this question mark bottle first. I think I've got a thief to catch as well. So I'm gonna probably catch him first. 68 is the same as 69, but with a fat person. Huh. Like, is that wrong though? Like, I feel like that's not correct, but at the same time, like, I can't argue with that logic. I'm uncertain on this one, Chad, I'll be honest. Although I suppose from the person who continuously uses looking emojis, I suppose you would know, huh? Now imagine 88. I'd rather not imagine 88, thanks. I'm a little bit busy trying to catch a thief to imagine numbers at the moment. I don't know why this guy is so good at evading everything. Won't be for much longer, that's for sure. Also, Pee-wee. Why is there a dragon in this game just called Pee-wee? Like, huh? Also, there goes the number. Alright, mini game time. This one, I used to hate it a lot as a kid. Only because I was really bad at aiming. But these days, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's okay. Alright, so we've got a super flame power up, and basically this is a shooting gallery. Gotta kill everything before it decides to knock the workers off of their houses. Also, if you accidentally shoot the workers, you knock them off the ladders. So don't do that, otherwise you just end up having to restart the game. Okay, and already we are halfway there. Oh, almost. Now we're halfway there. I'm just using the same principle as the birds. Try and lead shots so they just fall straight into them. Or walk into them in this case. And if you're like really pressed for time on shooting these guys, you can hit the underside of the bridge and it will kill. But of course you're risking accidentally hitting the birds at that point. Right, that's all of them.
Please take.
I used to have so many troubles with this minigame when I was a kid. And yeah, this one just sends you immediately out, so... Fine by me, I don't intend to stick around in what is essentially the empty room. Alright, so glitch time. This waterfall has some bottles in it, right? So you can go in, collect all the bottles, and like everything seems alright here. But as you can see, this waterfall goes over the edge and into the abyss, right? So what you can do is you can carefully shimmy your way up and just... That's just a thing you can do. You can just swim over the edge of a waterfall and be perfectly fine. So we're going to visit Bentley a little bit early. We're not supposed to be here yet, but I'd rather just not backtrack if I can. The only reason I want to backtrack is to Sparks levels and that's it.
Ah, a fine.
Also, I'm just going to squish his brother. That's... You can do that in every single level he appears in. You can just squish people. It's always really funny to me. Also, yeah, you do have to stand a bit back, otherwise they will very easily hit you and you won't be able to get hit off on them for a while. You have to really time your movements when you're playing as Bentley in this level. Alright, so I believe this is the one where they just send TNT barrels and rocks down at you and you sort of just have to try not to die. Okay, so it's just gonna send that at me. Bonk. Bonk. And goodbye. This is a bouncy one. There is one in this level that just straight up bounces and you can't really hit it, you sort of have to try and dodge. It's this one, you sort of have to hope that you're not in the line of fire. And these rocks don't contain any gems anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Also, Bentley being Bentley, you know, guy with a giant club, you can just really easily break open those metal crates that Spyro can't do anything about. So that's fun. I wish they would have done something a bit more with that. Because, like, you get Sergeant Bird in a regular level, right? And he's the only character to do so. There is not a single other character in this game that has the privilege of walking around, or in this case flying around, a regular level. I wish they would have done something with that just a little bit more. And I'm pretty sure this game wasn't as rushed as Spyro 2. I mean, it was probably still a bit rushed because of how popular it was. But nothing could be nearly as rushed as Enter the Dragonfly. Okay, so just gotta make sure I don't accidentally hit the TNT barrels. Yeah, these guys have ridiculous range. Don't enjoy it at all. Absolutely not. I must have missed some gems at some point in the level. Also, I have no idea. Also, Brubeck, what kind of a name is that? I hope that the dragon that names that poor child that loses custody. But yeah, like, the range on these guys is ridiculous. Like, why did they have such long range? I'm pretty sure you could have, like, used Bentley as a way to smash crates in the overworld. You could have used Agent 9 as use his gun to shoot down targets, like that would have been a rather interesting one. But instead, most of Agent 9's levels is just straight up. Can you keep back here? Just straight up first-person shooters. Like almost every single one of Agent 9's levels is just a Doom clone. That's about it. The only time that Agent 9 is not a Doom clone is in his own level, and that's it. Oh right, I never did the question mark thing. That's why I don't have all the gens, because I never completed the question mark bottle. I was intending to do it, and then I just forgot. Also, why do I suck so much at jumping? Now, where it's in here, right? So now we just have to chase this stupid thing across pretty much the entire map in reverse order. And then at the very start of the level is when you get to see it again. I believe, wasn't it over here? Yeah. And literally this bottle just... You can see it right there. Why does it even teleport there to begin with, is my question. What, is there like a quota on the amount of times it has to teleport before it can break open? What's the deal with that? I wonder if the Kaizo Spyro game that I was playing before has changed teleports for these bottles. Alright, and this is the last one because it's at the start of the level. Goodbye. And that is all 500, so we are done with this level. Actually, no, I'm just gonna... Goodbye. I'm not dealing with this level any more than I have to. Alright, so I believe it is spike time, right?
Let's head on.
Yep. Okay, I don't enjoy this boss. I've had troubles with it as a kid, I have troubles with it now occasionally. And it's only because this guy follows the principles of leading shots.
Bumbling, idiotic, worthless fool. I ask you to carry out one simple task, and you fail me. I should have known better than to rely on a child. But don't worry about it.
I mean, the sorceress has a point. Why is she relying on a child anyway? Like, depending on how old Bianca is, like, she very well could actually be a child. Although, mind you, the sorceress, if we're gonna take it at face value, she's nigh immortal, essentially. Okay. Just gonna make sure I... Okay, so we're already on hard mode spike, which is not great. So you can tell what difficulty you're on by certain things in the game. So the fact that he's shooting twice at me means that I am at minimum on medium and at worst on hard mode. So he's gonna start destroying those, that's not fun. Got a little bit salty, aren't we? Alright, it's phase 1. Okay, really, you drop it right by him? What is wrong with you, Sergeant Bird? Ow. Dang it. Yeah, he can just shoot at you while you're charging with his power-up, so... Get God, I guess. Does Sergeant Bird drop fodder in this level? I don't think he does. And I'm dead. I don't know if a singular death brings down his difficulty to easy mode. Also, you can actually just wait at the start, and I think it fires off 2 rocks before It just doesn't do anything else. Okay, we're still on medium, I think. So, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Spyro 3 has a difficulty slider, essentially. It's an inherent one. Where the better you do in the game, the more difficult like the levels and the boss fights get. So Spike fires off more shots at the start of the level if you are on medium and hard mode. Also, I can't believe I just lost 2 HP in the span of like 2 seconds. Oh, now. Okay, I'm gonna let him get that one. Because that just gives me an opportunity to swing at him. Also, I don't like the blue crystals, because they're not the fire power-up. You can... there's always one. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that, chat. Hopefully that removed his message. I usually cannot tell. Did that? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, chat. The one moderator I have is currently at work and his phone / internet is not working properly. So I cannot fault him for not doing his job. Nor do I expect him to in that sort of circumstance. Like, he's at his actual job. Like, it would be rude of me to expect him to work for me. Okay, we're still on normal, it seems. Which is a surprise to me, because I'm pretty sure I would have hit easy by now. Okay, that's phase 1. Don't drop it next to him, you dumbass. Sergeant Bird, whose side are you on? No, seriously, whose side is he on? Like, he shouldn't be giving the enemy weapons to work with. Also, I can't believe I got 2 hits off right there. That's impressive. Well, now get got, dumbass. Alright, Monique. I am surprised I even survived that at all, to be honest. Spike sucks. Like, he's probably, I wouldn't say the most obnoxious boss to fight, but he's certainly not an easy one to fight. Although, mind you, I find Reignited Trilogy Gulp to be so much harder than that. Like, Gulp was already fairly difficult in the original game as it was. Why did they buff it? Like, what's the deal with that? Alright, Evening Lake. Truly the motherlode of glitches. Well, at least the swim and air variety. There's multiple areas that you can do swim and air glitches just in this specific homeworld, because so many of the levels are underwater. Just make sure Sparks is fully healed. Okay, I'm gonna sweep through everything in this level, and then I'm actually gonna go back to Midday Gardens just to do the Sparks level. Because it will make my life just slightly easier. That way, if I miss a gem somewhere, I can tell exactly where it is. I think there's 400 in this level, if I'm not mistaken. I think regular levels have 500, but I think this one just has 4. Also, because I've been 100%ing the game thus far, there's supposed to be levels in here that are locked behind egg requirements, but I have so many that it just doesn't matter. The game's just like, yeah, I mean, you've done everything so far, so who am I to stop you? I think like Honey Speedway is a 50 egg requirement or something along those lines. Like, it's fairly high from what I know. Well, from what I know, rather. Okay. Some up here, I think. Actually, can I check my skill points at the moment? I don't think I can do it until I've beaten the game. Yeah, it would tell me I'll press, I believe it's square to see skill points. You can't do it until the end of the game, it seems. Oh yeah, the invincibility power-up, otherwise known as the shortest power-up in the game. I'm pretty sure you have like 4 seconds to use this power-up, if not 3. Okay, it's 5 seconds. But point still stands. Like, that power-up does not last a long time. Nor does it need to, but it... Like, you can't really do anything fun with it. Not that there's anything else that damages you in this level. I could see this being an absolute obnoxious pest during Kaizo Spyro, though. Like, there are so many brutal things you could do with that. Alright, 1 egg here. Now, I have to go around to the other side, and there's actually a ladder here. This is the sparks level for this area, but of course can't really do anything with it until you come back after being the boss. Like, it's kind of a shame that they didn't make it so you could do the sparks level right before going to the boss, but it's whatever. Hannah. How many more eggs are in this level? I think there's just the one. Actually, no, there's 2. I lied. Not deliberately, but I did lie. There is one in here, actually. I was thinking that the only one I had left was the whale. Also, Stooby? Stooby. I forget how weird the names of the dragons are in this game. Honestly, that just feels like a 2025 name, to be completely honest with you, chat. Like, Stooby would be the sort of thing that pops up in 2025. Right. So got one more, I think, left. One more set of gems, rather. I got everything from the top, right? Let's quickly check around here, because the underwater ones tend to be a bit obnoxious for me. Also, don't eat me, whale. I mean, I will get him to eat me in a minute, but just not right this second. Also, there's a funny little thing you can do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can access the whale from the inside. And that's not gonna make a lot of sense for the moment, but it will make more sense once I actually do the glitch. Where is this last gem? Well, I think it's last 2 gems, actually. Not there. I just want to get the last couple ones so I don't think I'm missing gems in the sparks level. Because that is a very real possibility with me to think, oh, I'm missing 3 gems in the sparks level when it's actually already completed. Alright, there's all 400, and there is one egg left in this level, but I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. Oh, Sparks, it's time for you to have some fun. Which one is this? I think this is Spider Farm, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Spider Farm or is it Spider Factory? Or City? It's one of the three. I think it's Crawdad Farm, Bugbot Factory. I think this might be Spider Town or City. Sorry chat, just need to hydrate. I do sometimes forget that I need to drink water during streams. Because unlike some streamers, I actually do have basic functions like needing to have my throat not die on me. Alright.
Hi, Spyro and...
Spider Town. Okay. Like, it was either town or city, one of the two. Also, I love how there's that cute little render of Sparks just flying around in Sunrise Spring. Kind of wish that they did one for each of the homeworlds, but that's whatever. Okay, so that's the multi-shot butterfly that I need, and I'm going to try and carry this to the end of the level again. Because if there's one boss this is really good on, it would be... actually, it's not specifically this boss, it's actually the Manta Ray boss in World 3. Like, this thing is absolutely broken in the Sparks level in 3, but this is still really good in Sparks 2. And there is a backup in case I need it. Come on, just die already. Alright, there he goes. Now that's an invisibility power-up, I believe. Try not to. I was gonna say try not to eat that, but apparently Sparks just wanted to be a fat ass today. Fair enough, I guess. Oh, there's another one that I didn't realise. Oh well. I'm pretty confident I can keep the multi-shot to the end of the level anyway. There shouldn't be any reason that I die to anything this level. I might take damage occasionally, but that's about it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this key actually doesn't. The weird thing about this level is that you can't tell where the keys go, you just have to guess. I don't know why they made it like that, but they did. Alright, there is a button there, and that is just to deactivate the force field on that last spider spawner. And goodbye, obnoxiousness. Alright, I didn't eat that butterfly, did I? I didn't. Good. Alright, so did I must have missed all the gems coming through here just so I could get everything cleared out as quickly as possible. Make sure I've got everything here. Because unlike the Spyro levels that are coming up, I cannot use Sparks himself, who I'm playing as, to point out the gems to me. There's just no ability to do so. Okay, it looks like I got everything. Almost ran to that. Oh well, they tried. Okay, now this one I have to try and avoid. Because if I pick that up, I don't think I have any more water shots for this level. You know what, I'll gladly take it if it means I can keep this power up. Okay, so the funny thing about these keys, you have to go down, then up, then down again in order to be able to clear this section. Which means you're spending so much time in close proximity to this stupid spawner, and then you've got multiple spawns on both sides trying to kill you. Anyway, roll them now even. Get good. And hang on. So I think I'm pretty much near the end of the level. I've just got a couple more rooms to clear out maybe. Oh yeah, I think this is one of the levels that has a side area with gems in it, and I do have to go and collect those. Unless I have to go down here and grab the key. Don't you dare. Cheat shit. I think that's the fire power-up if I'm not mistaken. And it's not really that good, to be honest. I mean, it's an okay power-up for crowd control, I think, but it's not a good power-up for bosses, as far as I'm concerned. Multi-shot truly is an S-tier power-up in this game. Like, it's good for the entire set of levels. Like, it's good for the first boss, it's good for the last boss. Look at that. Pretty much 2/3 of his health already gone because this thing is just so busted. Goodbye. It's that broken. Like, I don't know what to tell you, chat. It's really just that broken. Alright, so... one more over here. And that is level end. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I should get the ability to point gems. Hopefully this humidity isn't affecting the console.
Excellent work, Sparks. And I see that you...
Alright, yeah, hold down all the shoulder buttons and he'll point stuff out. But if I do it now, he just continues floating around like he has been. Alright, back to Evening Lake. And I'm actually going to do the funny glitch first before I complete any levels. I think probably Lost Fleet's the easiest way to do this glitch. I think it's the closest lava pool. So I'm gonna try and explain this glitch as best I can. So what I'm gonna do is try to die to lava and not die to it at the same time. So there is a few frames where you can pause and you take damage at the same time. So essentially what I want to do is I want to entirely deplete sparks, and on the last one I want to hit through. Can you all not? I'm trying to explain something. So I want to hit the lava pool, and on the last hit I want to pause just as far as tail is touching the lava. Okay. This takes a few attempts, admittedly. And that's only because the timing on this is ridiculously tight. 1, 2, 3. So the point is, you want to try and hit it at the very last second. It will be worth it, I promise, chat. Okay, good, I got it. The way you can tell that you've got it is when you pause, the controller vibrates. Because it always vibrates when you take a hit. So if the controller vibrates when you hit the pause menu, you know you've done it correctly. So for all intents and purposes, Spyro is dead. And it doesn't seem that way at first, like, he's moving around normally. It's the second you come up out of the water that it becomes weird. So this is what's called the dead alive glitch. As I explained in last stream, there are some really weird properties with this state, and most of them are related to water. So in this case, because I started out underwater, swimming outside of water, I am just swimming in the air. If I started in a level that was above water and then went into the water, I'd just fall straight through. So there are some really weird properties here. So these frogs, they release the butterflies that heal Sparks. But I kill them, I release the butterflies, Sparks doesn't come back. Like, Sparks does not heal. You're supposed to get within a certain radius of these guys, and Sparks is supposed to come back. He does not come back. He is permanently gone until I die again. I'm going to... If you can hear that, that's me hitting my pause button. The pause button and the select button do not work in this state. You can still take damage, you can still die in this state, but for all intents and purposes, you are unable to do anything else. Now, I believe if I... Oh, I can show you some other things too on here. So I can go outside the map, and there's this little cage down here, actually. So a lot of the assets for this level are stored out of bounds. So you've got this here, which is for a cutscene later on, which we have not seen yet. And that is the internal of the whale that is swimming around in this lake over here. Now I'm going to quickly, because there is a 50-50 shot that if I go into that whale now, from the outside, I will not be able to get back out, and that means I have to restart my console. So I'm going to get zapped by Zoe. Also, power-ups don't work in this state either. So Zoe works, she does say your progress, but power-ups do not work. You can walk through this power-up as many times as you like. Essentially, nothing will happen. So I'll just walk into this and Spyro will die. But when he respawns, he should be swimming. Okay, so now I have access to everything. I can use my menu, I can heal Sparks and all that fun stuff. So now I am going to enter the whale from the incorrect direction. And even if I can't get spat back out, which the whale was supposed to do automatically, I can just quit the game and rejoin. Alright, so this is Jonah. Obviously Jonah and the whale, as we all know. So if I turn around and leave, yeah, see, I'm stuck here. So the whale has me trapped, and I think the reason for this is the fact that I didn't enter correctly, I didn't enter the intended way. So I'm just going to, I'm going to save. But yeah, if I entered the whale before I killed Spyro and respawned, I would have been permanently stuck there. I would have had to reset my console. I don't know if the egg would have stayed around. It probably wouldn't have. Because if I'm not mistaken... I'm sorry, what was that noise that just came out of the game? Because that wasn't supposed to be there. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, as I was saying, the egg wouldn't have stuck around. I would have just done that glitch for no reason whatsoever. And I did intend to keep that egg, so... Alright, I'm going to get this one out of the way first, because this specific minigame sucks absolute ass. There's the cat hockey, which I don't particularly enjoy, but it's okay. And then Yeti boxing.
Welcome to Frozen.
Yep, and this is the level where Spyro's breath power gets changed. So, for those of you who think that Enter the Dragonfly is the first game where Spyro has different breath powers, that is incorrect. Spyro 3 is the first one to introduce them. Also, there's some funny things you can do with this that are not glitch related. There is, I'm not sure if they kept it in the Reignited trilogy, but if you freeze the Rhinox, well, if you destroy the Rhinox's, magma ball piles that they've got going on there, they do a really interesting animation. I'll just let this guy swing. Also, you have to freeze everything and then charge it in this level. So I'm just gonna... So he's gonna throw his last magma ball at me. I'm pretty sure I can actually freeze it while in midair, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So yeah, he taunts you. And you can just... He tries to taunt you, and it doesn't work out too well for him. Also, you can freeze all the NPCs in this level. And that is actually required to beat this level, comically enough. So there are some areas where you have to freeze NPCs or enemies in order to get on top of things, or to... Well, it's essentially just to get up to higher locations. And also the reverse is true, you can kill the Rhinoc and not have the... Oh, interesting, he's still carrying the magma ball. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. He's still holding on to it. How did I manage to find a new glitch in this game? The heck? Huh. I don't know if that's a thing that has been documented, but apparently that's a thing that can just happen. Neat. I suppose you see something new every time you play this game, huh? I remember the time that I found out you can just straight up glide through a piece of level geometry in, I believe, what level was it? It's coming up soon. It's the fairy level. I cannot for the life of me. Enchanted Ridge, maybe? I think it's called Enchanted Ridge. You can just fly through a piece of level geometry and skip moneybags entirely, which is so funny to me. Like, I'm not sure if it's possible to avoid moneybags without that specific glitch. I think it is. I think you just have to do something else. I think you have to try and jump up some level geometry in order to get to a high location. You can just essentially go through the back, so to speak. It'll make more sense once we actually get there. Cecil. I think by this point I actually have enough eggs to fight the sorceress. That's whatever. But I'm pretty sure I have enough eggs to fight the sorceress. Goodbye, Kiwi. Alright, now I need to chase this snowman around. Alright. I love how he pops as though, like, he's capable of doing that. Like, what, did you roll some balloons up in those snowballs as well? Because if anything, he should be making the noise of him melting, like the ice blocks and that. Also, this is funny.
It would be easy to get up to that treasure if you had something to stand on.
So he explicitly tells you that you need something to stand on in order to get up there. Now there is actually a mammoth running around in the background. And it's going to charge me, and I can just stand on this one to get up to the top, right? I've got all my gems, come back down, kill the mammoth, it's fine. But then his voice line changes.
Purr. I don't know why, but I feel really cold.
Now, the implication here is that I froze him, and like for most people who do a playthrough who kill the mammoth first, Like, he's basically the way that you get up there. But I just used the mammoth and he's still freezing cold anyway. So I don't know what happened to him, but I was not responsible for a change. So I'm just gonna kill this guy, and now we've just got this fun little burning pile of rocks just sitting there. Alright. So we've got... Oh, I haven't actually done Bentley's level yet. So I have to come back to that later. Alright, I'll do that after I've finished clearing out all the gems in this level. So we'll just do this guy. Come on, die already. Yeah, I don't know why they pop like balloons. It makes no sense to me. I mean, I suppose it's just comically funny haha pop noise after he burns to death. Like, what was Insomniac thinking with this? Like, I know it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be a kid's game and all that, but like, that should be a melting noise, not a popping noise. What, did they superheat the water so much that it exploded? Because I can promise you, that's not the sound that exploding superheated water makes. Also, unfortunate for you, buddy. Almost let go of that burning rock and then didn't quite make it in time. Unfortunate. Also, that specific laser tower is unnecessary. It's just there if you decide you want to torture these guys. Which I'm not going to do, because I don't really feel like it. I feel it's unnecessary when my own two horns and my freezing breath can do the job just fine. Alright, there should be an egg here. Alright, now where is... There it is. Now I've just got to go through the entire level again. I don't know why I did this when I can essentially just open that door and just go back through the other way. Don't know why I did that.
I knew.
Hush, Ernest. Please just freeze so I can continue on with my day. Alright, so there's just these gems up here. Can I just glide across here? I don't think I can. I can try. Oh, I can. Well, that's pretty handy. I think that's the first time I've ever tried doing that. I don't know why it took me so long to do so. I suppose because I never really messed that up.
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, it's okay, Eugene. Just hand me the egg. Hand it over, boy. And you open the door for me. Thank you. Now I've just got to find out where these last few gems are. Wait, they're... Here's the thing, right? I can only charge and fly around while I have all these buttons pressed down. Because if you have the L1 and R1 pressed down, you sort of just spin on the spot. Which, I mean, I suppose is good if you need to readjust where you're looking in order to fly somewhere, but in this case, it's not exactly the most helpful. Oh, right, I didn't do this section, did I? Actually, there's a thing behind there that I... Ah, that would be the last of the gems. Cool. Alright, so I'm just going to exit this without doing the eggs, because I do need to do Bentley first for this. I just completely forgot to do Bentley's level for some reason. Probably because I wanted to do Sparks first. Alright, so... Hello, moneybags. Give me the Yeti. Also, 1,000 gems is a steep price to pay.
The first rejuvenating breath of freedom. With the humility of a wounded sparrow, I genuflect to my noble...
I talk like this guy. I cannot believe that I legitimately talk like this man. I'm pretty sure, like, if somebody put, like, a video of me speaking and Bentley speaking side by side, you can see where I get it from. Alright, so... Bentley's outpost. This is a pretty quick level.
I will glad...
Yep, I've got to help Bartholomew first. Also, I don't know why the Reignited trilogy didn't keep the camera the way it was, because in Bentley's level in Reignited, like, the camera is off to the side on his shoulder, and I don't think it's a good camera angle for playing this game. I genuinely don't. I just find it too restricting, I suppose. Like, I can't exactly see where everything is. At least not like I can here. I don't know who designed it like that, and like, I understand why they would. I'm just saying it's not the greatest decision they could have made.
If you use...
Alright, and spin to win, essentially. Oh, they removed my favourite little trick in this game in the Reignited trilogy, and I'm kind of sad about it. Also, there's Brian. So, in this game, specifically, you can actually just use this, and you can hit the gong multiple times. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but it is. It just messes with the level so much. I'm probably giving somebody motion sickness doing that. I'm so sorry, but I find it really amusing to do. Alright. And... Oh, I actually missed that? Really? Goodbye, Seal. Alright, and this one just moves along a set path, which is easy enough to get rid of, except I was on the correct position for this. Poink. I feel kind of bad defeating the seals, because they just let out this pitiful yelp. I feel bad every time. I don't feel bad about this though. This guy tries to assassinate you. He's not successful, but he tries. And I think it's the intent that matters, because otherwise why else would people get jailed for attempted murder? This is actually a fairly short level now that I think about it. At least like lengthwise, and I think it's just because Bentley is so slow. Like compared to pretty much every other character, I think he's the slowest of the lot. At the very least, he feels like the slowest of the lot. Alright, this one, I believe we are causing an avalanche. And yeet. Man, snowballs are apparently very versatile in this game. Oh, this is another skill point too. So you can shove this crate out of the way and that's fine, but you can also shove it off the cliff and get a skill point for that. I wonder how many people found that by accident. Because you just know somebody impulsively thought about doing that. And there's Charlie. Quite literally, one after another in the eggs is Brian and Charlie. If anyone gets the joke, they get it. If they don't, well, I don't have the time to explain 10 years worth of lore. Alright, goodbye. Actually, I suppose it's 12 years now, huh? 12 bordering on 13. Also, why did they give a tiny parkouring challenge to the guy who only jumps like this high? Like, he has the lowest jump of literally any character in this game. And somehow they gave him the minor parkour challenge of jumping across a box. Like, jumping across a gap between two boxes. Like, y'all are just being mean to Bentley at this point. What do you do to deserve that? Like, he can barely make it up regular ledges. That is such a long jump for such a big guy. Oh yeah, I forgot the skull was here. Also, apparently they wear spiked collars. I don't know who owns the seals in order to give them spiked collars, but okay, I guess. Alrighty. The rest of the gems, I believe, are just up in that final section there. Yeah, this is a kind of a garbage jump to give to Bentley of all characters. Oh, I just know that Kaizo Hack has some garbage parkour course for this guy. I can feel it in my bones. Either that's the arthritis, one or two. Alright, there's one lot of gems, and now for the other one. Alright, that's all 600, and
Thanks,
give me that
bro.
final egg Bartholomew, please. And there's Eric. Doing a little cartwheel, and goodbye. Alright, so that is everything in Bentley's Outlook. Time to head back and do that stupid Yeti boxing minigame. I appreciate the fact that they made it easier in the Reignited trilogy, because doing this specific mission sucks. Like, so much. I'll just go back into Frozen Altars. Now, I believe this specific skill point is defeat the Yeti in 2 rounds in the second egg section. So there's 2 separate parts to this minigame. There's the first part where you have to essentially be the character that wins 1 round, and then you have a 3-round bout.
Ah, Spyro.
Alright, time to suffer, chat.
That dumb Yeti took my ball. I told.
Spoiler alert, the Yeti did not in fact take his ball. I don't even know how Bartholomew could have misconstrued this as the Yeti taking his ball, especially when he still had the ball on him. Okay, Hookaroo. Yeah, I don't like this minigame. Like, what the hell is this? I can't believe I got cornered already. Man, I'm like almost dead. This minigame sucks. Only barely won that. Like, bruh. I don't like this minigame, and I have to do this within 2 rounds. Now, while you guys might have seen that and thought, oh hey, that looks pretty easily. That mission looks pretty easy. You only have to do that in 2 rounds. Like, that's fine. No, he gets more health. He gets even more health than that. Usually the easiest way is to back him into a corner, but that's not always doable. So I sort of just have to try and kite him as best I can. Can you not? And he does actually wise up to what you're doing. Usually. Alright, chat, looks like I might not be getting as absolutely wrecked as I initially thought. So, the problem with
Only
this...
2 more rounds.
So, 2 more rounds, that's fine. Now, you would think, looking at his health bar, that I'd be just about done. I am not anywhere close to being done yet. So, they actually restore HP in between rounds. But considering I managed to get him below half on the first round, I should be fine. Come on, move. But yeah, the easiest way to do this is to literally just try and go in a circle and only ever use the big hookaroo. Most of the time it will work. It's just this minigame sucks. Honestly, I was expecting to spend more time on that. I can't believe I got that first try. Especially considering how bad the rest of my quote-unquote first try missions go. I'm surprised this was the one that was first try. Alright, so we got the skill point for that. This guy's just gonna yeet me, that's fine. Wait. You can at least be nice. I'll just pop this one, I think. It probably takes slightly less time than parkouring around the wall to get down the other end. Is there a... There's usually a kiwi there, but I guess I must have missed it. Oh, good grief. I guess I'm just gonna be rocking green sparks for the rest of the level. Alright, cat hockey.
Say,
Yep, I am going to be playing hockey with cats. And quite frankly, I don't know the implications of how nice this would be. So, in order to play this, you essentially have to freeze cats and put them in the goal. But the problem is, the opponent also freezes the cat, so apparently freezing cats is a requirement in this specific sport. Also, they're being flung around in a tube, so... Also, yeah, you can freeze the guy and just prevent him from moving at all. And usually that's the best way to go about doing this. Go away, you jerk. I just like torturing him as much as possible because this guy is really just genuinely that annoying. Okay, what? He just cheated? Y'all saw that, right? Like, he actually just grabbed that and then just slid it all the way across. Like, he just directed that. And I'm stupid because I directed that straight to his goal as well. Go away. Jerkwad. Alright, no, some of those should have actually entered the goal. What the heck, man? Good thing there's not a skill point for preventing this guy from scoring at all. Wait, get back here. You are not going in there. Okay, I'm just gonna start freezing this guy permanently, because screw you. Don't like him. Okay, really? You just strolled in front
You
of
should
his
ask for
goal.
a rematch. I think that guy sprayed catnip.
Honestly, yeah, I think he did as well. You know what? I'm actually with you on that. I think he did spray catnip. Because he definitely cheated regardless. I cannot direct these things into the goal for the life of me. Oh my god, really? They just direct themselves outside of my goal. They're frozen. How are they doing this? Wait, no cheating. You know what, you can stay in timeout corner. No. Timeout corner, now. And stay in your own goal and think about what you did. If you think I'm gonna let you get another goal, you are sorely mistaken. Hey, jerkwad, no. I'm just gonna bully this guy now. I hate him. Yeah, he's annoyed me enough. He can stay in the timeout corner. Oh, do you think you're gonna get a cat, are you? No. I said no. You can either heed the no, or you can heed the call of hell. Wait, jerkwad. It's a shame I can't use him as a point scoring thing. I'd love to just force him into the goal. Ahem, who gave you permission? Because I certainly didn't. Oh my goodness. Why are these things so obnoxious to deal with? They sort of just go all over the place. I have to actively play bloody keep away with this stupid Rhinoc. No. Get back in your corner, boy. I said, get back in your corner, boy. But I have to tell you again, it's gonna be hell to pay. Get fucked.
Well done.
I am not dealing with you again, that's for sure. Also, they just give you a sheep. Psych, it's actually a dragon. I wish they kept the cute little individual dragon animations, because some of those actually breathe life into the game, I feel. Okay, that is this level done. Good, that means I don't have to deal with it again. Oh, it's not called Enchanted Ridge, it's called Charmed Ridge. I'm stupid. That took me a while to realise. I was just like, what's the name of that level? Also, just quickly stock up on HP, since I made a couple of very poor decisions. As one does. Okay, Lost Fleet. The level where the invincibility power-up actually does get to work for a little bit. I wonder, there's probably a way to do a swim and air glitch in this level, no? But the problem is you don't have a lot of time to enjoy it because all of the quote-unquote water in this level is ridiculously dangerous. And the second that power-up runs out, you will die. I believe there is a skateboarding minigame here. And fun fact, so when you do this home, right? So, spoiler alert for like a almost 30-year-old game. If you don't do all of Hunter's level stuff, so there's the skating minigame in this level, and there's also the Hunter mission in Honey Speedway. If you don't do those before the cutscene plays in the main hub, you can't do them until you beat the boss. That's just a thing. I hate the fact that they lock it behind beating a boss, but that's just whatever. Also, this guy just wants his treasure, so I'll help him out a little bit. Now, I believe there is a... maybe? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, there's just a breakable chest in there. Any other birds? Okay, not for now. So, yeah, if you don't do the skating minigame and the Honey Speedway mission for Hunter before the first cutscene plays, you're locked out for the rest of the homeworld. And I mention this because I am pretty sure I'm getting close to that cutoff point. I think after this level, I have one more, and I am going to be doing Honey Speedway for that. Because there's no other Hunter levels in this hub area. Or in this entire homeworld, rather. I believe the only Hunter-related sections are the skateboard. And actually, that makes me wonder. I am pretty sure, and don't quote me on this chat, I'm pretty sure once Hunter gets caught in Evening Lake, any other missions that you could take on with Hunter, so like the Coliseum in Sunrise Spring, sorry, Sunnyvilla rather, the Coliseum in Sunnyvilla, the other Coliseum in Enchanted Towers, you can't do those missions either. Like, you have to say Hunter before you can do any of them. And I appreciate the consistency, but like, good lord. Like, that's a little too much attention to detail, don't you think? I mean, I suppose it gives some incentive to save him, but at the same time, like, Speaking of kind of annoying, you cut me off before I even finished that sentence. So, I suppose I don't even need to continue that sentiment. You, crab, are just annoying. Right. Just get this bird. There's no other birds, right? It's just the one in this section. Oh wait, there's actually another one here. And there's the other one. I don't like these little rhinocs, they're annoying. Goodbye. Alright, so you get this guy's treasure and it's literally just an egg. Because if you look in the chest, there is nothing else in there. He's like, somebody's put an egg in my treasure. Brother, there's nothing else in the box. It was literally just the egg and nothing else. I am concerned for that man's mental well-being, to be honest with you. Okay, so invincibility. You have to dive into various acid pools with this ability, and there's not a guarantee that you will be able to make it out before the invincibility runs out. Right. And it is always just a little bit nerve-wracking. Of course I lose all of my HP. Sorry Sparks, you did not deserve that. It's always a bit nerve-wracking whenever... Oh, for goodness sake, let me finish my sentence, game! It's always nerve-wracking to try and swim through the acid before the invincibility runs out. It's going to be even more nerve-wracking if I can't get my hands on another butterfly, because if Sparks is not around, I will not be able to easily get gems. Also, doing that, I didn't even realize there was a bunch of gems here I forgot. I suppose that did help me somewhat, but, like, come on, man. Alright, 2 should be enough for now, I think. I mean, like, it doesn't matter, because if I run out of invincibility while I'm still in acid, like if I'm still quote-unquote underwater, I will just immediately die. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm just checking to make sure I got everything in that under acid tunnel. Because I don't know if there was still a gem hanging around there or not. It doesn't seem like there is. Okay, cool. So it's this area here. Sparks, you're supposed to be doing your damn job. Thank you. I mean, how rude can you be to be slacking off on the job like that? Like, come on, man. I'm relying on you so I don't die while trying to search for gems in the acid. Like, you could at least be a little bit more helpful. Actually, there might be one more section, I just have to double check. Also, log Chad. Man, this game has something for every era, apparently. Okay, yeah, there's gems in that section. I'm just gonna have to go back and grab them. Why did I jump from there? I thought I could make it, but apparently I can't. So, I think I'll probably do... Which one do I want to do first? Do I want to do the submarines or do I want to do the skateboarding? I mean, technically skateboarding is more convenient, but submarines is more fun for me. Sparks, I swear to God. Okay, that could have gone really nasty if Sparks hadn't decided to do his job just then. I know technically his job is to tell me how much health I have left, but, like, come on. That's like basically your secondary job at this point. Well, I suppose the acid slows down even Sparks, huh? So... I have got a lot of birds to shoot down. I think most of these I've already gotten before, but I'm just going to do them again just so I don't get sidetracked. Okay, apparently this bird just doesn't want to die. Bro, can you just, like, not? Can we please just get the bird out of the way? Come on, man. There we go. See, it's always why... That's why it's always pertinent to check, because you never know if you've actually gotten the gem from them yet or not. Alright, there's another one. Wait, there's one that flies around here too. Is that? Or am I just making that up? I think I was just making that up apparently. What would be easiest at the moment? You know what, I'll do submarine. I'm totally not bloody putting off doing Hunter's mission. Oh, me? Not at all. Alright, so... I need to do this first.
But he's here.
Because there are the strong metal chests in here that I can't break with Spyro at the moment. I have to break them with the submarine first before I can do anything about gathering the chests in this area. Okay. These guys are electing to be jerks today, apparently. That's fine. They won't be like that for long, that's for sure. I actually don't mind the submarine minigames. I mean, like, they can be a little irritating at times, but, like, there are far worse minigames in this game. See the Yeti boxing. Oh, so you just decided that he didn't want to die, huh? Unfortunate for you. Well, I mean, he tried. He certainly tried. I mean, he didn't succeed, but he tried. And these guys do know when you're ahead of them and they will change course. Like, they don't even need to see you, they will just immediately turn around. And sometimes you have to rely on them in order to be able to hit them. Alright, that's the first one. Thank you, Crazy Ed, for Ethel.
Well, I hate it.
I mean, you say you hate to ask again, but you're already asking, so you might as well just keep going, right? Just make sure that I get this chest. I'm pretty sure you can ride the submarine again after these minigames. Also, these guys shoot mines now, so that's a little bit spooky. Come on, stop messing around, guys. Okay, so you just get in the way, and then you think that I'm not gonna go after you? Like, come on, man. Grow up. Also, like, the tracking has to be really spot on for these guys. Like, I don't know why. Like, you deviate slightly and suddenly all your progress is gone. Like, it's kind of rude, to be honest. Alright, that's another one. 2 left. Oh, almost ran into that actually. That could have been bad. Come on, get back here. Be a good captain and go down with the ship already. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. No, I'm just gonna cut him off. Of course not. Of course they would not make this easy. Back here, you jerk. That went through the wall to kill him, but I am not complaining. As far as I'm concerned, that was fair game. Okay, I'm just gonna rise up to the top here for just a moment. Got ya. Get out of here. Well, he's happy about having his acid lake back. And now I get to kill for all the gems in here. Now, I believe there is quite a fair bit in here actually, so I just need to do multiple passes of that power up, otherwise I am just gonna straight up burn, so be careful with that. Now I believe that there's just a ring of ones around the top, and then there's just whatever is collectible down the bottom. Oh wait, there's also the tunnels too, huh? Alright, let's grab the tunnels first. Make sure I haven't left anything on the bottom. I mean, the render distance for the gems isn't great, but I can absolutely see the little shines that they produce. Because that is not as affected by render distance, I don't think. Come on, Sparks, do your job. I'd rather not burn things. Once I've finished in here, I'll just do a quick spot check to make sure I haven't missed anything. It's pretty easy, I just go to the invincibility power up and then just use the Sparks tracking to see if I have any more gems in this area. Okay, that was on me. But yeah, if you are still under the acid when that ends, you just... Apparently you electrocute, which is not correct unless this is supposedly battery acid, I think. But even then, that is not how that works. Like, I feel like as though it would make more sense if Spyro immediately turned into a burnt crisp or he did the drowning animation. I don't know why it's electrocution. I genuinely don't. Okay, I've got everything in here now. I don't need to go through the power for this. Alright. Finally did Crazy Ed's challenge, so now the only thing I have left to do is Hunter's skateboarding. And I believe that is 2 different challenges and then I think a skill point, if I'm not mistaken. I think there is a course record time skill point in Hunter's section. Alright, off you go, up the whirlwind. I mean, it doesn't matter that I'm down here, I can just go through here and be fine. Actually, did I get all the gems from that middle crate? I hope I did. I'm never quite sure if I have or haven't. I'm pretty sure they all get thrown off the ledge. I'm pretty sure. If not, this is about to get fairly awkward. But I'm not... Actually, I might have to jump from that point at the end of the ship to get to the rest of the stuff. Really? Why am I so bad at jumping in this game? Oh, this is embarrassing. Why am I acting like this is the first time I've held a controller? Okay, so if I run off here, I should be able to make that jump. Good thing I didn't just assume that I ended up with all the gems from that specific crate. Because sometimes I do, and then I get extremely confused as to why I am missing gems. Be all the crabs in this area that I still want to kill and any lingering gems in this specific area. I'm pretty sure. If I've missed anything else, I'd be surprised. Oh, I have actually missed... Oh, there's a crab over there. Crab there, and then apparently something off in this direction. Oh no, that was actually just the crab by itself. Oh, Hunter, I think it's time that we had a little conversation, buddy. He's essentially going to be asking me for my help because apparently he is not capable of beating these guys in a race. Which, why a cheater would be asking a dragon for help, I would not know. Because I'm pretty sure, in terms of like skateboarding speed, I'm pretty sure he'd be faster than me. Right.
Spyro.
Yeah. I'll get this for you. So this is a rather interesting. In order to gain speed boost, you can actually do tricks. And I found that the easiest way to go about this is to do flips. Actually, I don't know why I forced it on that one. But hey, at least I've still got plenty left. But yeah, this is the easiest race you could possibly get because these guys are just not really that good. I'm gonna be real. Like, the only reason you would fail this is if, like me, you have a tendency to run into the acid balls. Like, that's probably the only reason why you lose this minigame. In fact, I'm actually just going out of my way to get all the jobs possible so I don't have to do it later. I was hoping I'd be able to get to that life, but apparently I didn't. Also, the crabs do give you a small amount of boost, which is really helpful sometimes if you need to get some tricks off. You can actually just use that to give the small boost that you need. And usually it is only a small boost that's required.
Yes!
Yeah, so Hunter says, hey, can you beat these guys in a race? I'm not able to do so.
Now that the Rhino...
And now he immediately challenges you to a race. Immediately afterwards, like... Huh? Also, I got a... Oh, I might have actually completed the time trial already. If so, that's impressive. Like, I wasn't intending to do that. So Hunter's pulling far ahead, and that's fine. So the important thing about this specific race is not actually getting ahead of Hunter as soon as possible. It's trying to destroy all the crabs. Because if you beat Hunter but don't destroy the crabs, he's like, well, I win anyway. So I just accidentally ran myself off, and that's fine. So Hunter's going to be pretty far ahead, but that's okay. Because that is what missiles are for. So you can catch up pretty easily with them, actually. I need to make sure that I can out. And yeah, you see, I'm already in first place. I lost so much time to the fact that I didn't do some things correctly, and I'm still going to beat Hunter. Which I suppose explains why he asked me for help, because apparently he's just that bad at his job.
Sheesh.
You can't believe that I beat you after you saw me complete a race in what was essentially the course's record time. Also, I'm just going to take this one easy for a moment here because I need to grab a few more gems, and I also need to grab that life bottle. So I'm pretty sure I just saw that last gem there. So there's a couple of ways you can go about getting that bottle. You can either half flip to get to it, or you just boost off of the blue stars. Yep. And now I should just be able to grab that last gem over there and be done with this level. Oh wait, there's actually more to this. I'm gonna quit the race to see what I've missed. Okay, so it looks like I have possibly either missed some on the second level in the middle section, or I have missed some in the tunnel. One of those is going to be more annoying to fix than the other. Okay, it's probably that one there actually. Not the end of the earth, just a little bit away. Is that the last one? Yes, it is. So that should be fairly easy to get to, I think. I didn't even know you could get that specific skill point early. I don't know why I didn't think you could. I just don't think I've ever done it before. Come on, Sparks. Really? Come on, dude. You were in pretty reasonable distance to get there, and you just decided not to? Come on, man. I'm pretty sure I can do a better job than that. Alright. I got everything, and we are now out of here. Alright, I'm just going to exit level from here, and I think I'm probably going to end off stream. 2, almost 3 hours is pretty decent stream. Right, and it's all saved. So... Oh wait, there's there's the cutscene. So I've kind of messed myself up here. So I can't do Hunter's Speedway mission until after I beat this world. So whoops, I messed that up entirely. See, this is why I don't like doing frozen altars too early, because of stuff like that. Anyway, I think that is enough for today. Just continue that. Alright, so yeah, that was a pretty decent stream. Pretty much most of the way through Evening Lake. I think the last 2 full levels I have to do are Fireworks Factory and Charmed Ridge. Okay, relax. Okay, that works. So yeah, I should probably have that finished by next stream. Like the game should be finished either next stream or stream after, depending on how Super Bonus World goes. Anyway, I shall see y'all next time. Hopefully I should have a consistent schedule by then.